1, do we have any units available for a child struck by a vehicle on Rosie?
Do we have any units available for
Potential drowning.
Code 1, do we have any units available for possible dehydration on Yellow?
Thousands of apartments being built, thousands of young couples and others moving in every day.
There are going to be more life and death, more emergency situations.
My son, Eliyahu, blowing up a balloon, within a second, he'd breathe it in.
Kids choking and unfortunately dying, kids drowning, heart attacks, strokes, seizures, traffic accidents.
My 2-year-old had gone to reach something from the drawer and pulled it on top of him. Crying means breathing, crying means alive. I heard nothing. There was no sound coming out.
There was a terrorist attack. There was absolute pandemonium. There was panic.
The need for our help, our medical help, to be there for them 24/7 is increasing as well.
בלי ספק שהסיפורים הנפלאים שמגיעים מחברים טובים שלי שזכו לקבל מענה בזמן הם בעצם התשובה למה אנחנו חייבים את ארגון הצלה חזק בתוך העיר של רמת בית שמש.
Timing isn't everything, it's the only thing.
Keep in mind that with the closest hospital about 35 to 40 minutes away from Ramat Beit Shemesh, any basic emergency may become a very big emergency.
We're talking about life and death situations. Getting the volunteer there as quick as possible is crucial.
With my son laying on the floor, silent, not breathing, not moving, every second that went by, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how severe the consequences were.
When somebody's choking, they can't breathe. His face was turning white. Immediately we thought the only thing to do is call Hatzala.
Every time a call comes out, I treat it as if it's life-threatening, so I try and get there as quick as possible, no matter what.
When a call comes out, everything stops, and we run as quick as we can.
Even in the middle of this interview, if a call comes out, we drop anything we do and we run to the call.
Without rapid response of an ambulance and of volunteers, you're talking about death and disability being significantly worse.
When somebody's not breathing, you only have a couple minutes.
I'm available 24/7 if I'm in the area.
We have doctors, midwife, EMTs ready in an instant to drop everything they're doing to come help you.
I don't want to think what would have happened if it would have been a longer response time.
מכך שחלילה היו מסיימים בצורה טרגית לולי ארגון הצלה היה מגיע אליהם בזמן ובמהירות. על כך באמת תודתנו הגדולה.
My job as first person on the scene was to assess the situation, see how many people were injured, and how much backup I would need. We had one injured fellow who was knifed in the neck.
So after 1 minute of trying to get her to breathe, they started to do CPR. After half an hour, we heard the first cry. If Hatzala wasn't there, literally at the second that she was born, the results could have been fatal.
The wife turns to me and she says, "Do you realize that if we hadn't taken Hatzala, the baby would have stopped breathing on the highway in the rental car? And then what would we have done?"
The Hatzala Beit Shemesh EMTs reassured me, comforted me, took care of my kid.
It's not just about responding to the call, it's what we also do after, once the ambulance leaves.
As long as the patient needs us, we'll be there with them.
We treat the community like our own family.
It's definitely difficult to leave your family, whether it's in the middle of a barbecue, middle of a Shabbos meal, helping with homework.
1 minute you're sitting with them, talking or learning, and the next minute they get a call, that's it, they're gone.
We are community-based. All the volunteers are your friends, your neighbors.
I've had people coming up to me and telling me that, you know, the other day my child was choking and I called Hatzala and I opened the door when the responder arrived and I couldn't believe it. It was my car mechanic. And he happened to be a guy that I see in shul every day and I never even knew he was part of Hatzala.
The reason I got involved is because I realized how crucial Hatzala Beit Shemesh is to the community, and it needed someone to oversee the operations part of it.
We respond to all calls, no matter who it is, a religious person, secular person, it makes no difference. All lives matter.
Every day, we have dozens of members giving from their personal time, their family, their businesses to make sure they're there in the time of your need. What we need today is to ensure that at the time of need, they have the proper equipment.
Whether it's doing the Heimlich maneuver on a child that's choking, successfully doing CPR, someone just went into cardiac arrest, or stopping a car accident victim from bleeding out. We don't want to just get by. We need to have the top of the line equipment, because at the end of the day, we're talking about someone's life over here.
Hatzala Beit Shemesh actually was founded on the premise that people often would not call an ambulance company, scared of or afraid they would have to pay a bill they couldn't afford, and therefore putting their life in jeopardy.
On the whole, from Beit Shemesh, we would send 10 ambulances a week. Now we're sending upwards of 20, 30.
I can tell you that if people knew what it takes for an ambulance to just show up at their doorsteps, they would be shocked. From a financial organizational point of view, from a structural and logistical point of view, the organization and the burden is huge.
We need the support of our community locally and the support from abroad to enable us to continue saving lives.
If we don't have more volunteers, if we don't have more ambulances, if we don't have more people who can help cover this area, we won't have these stories where we can say, and everybody was fine and we lived happily ever after.
Without Hatzala, we couldn't do our job.
לכן באמת אני חושב שגם עיר ללא הצלה היא עיר אחרת לגמרי.
Whether as a volunteer, as a driver, as a donator, any involvement that you have in this tremendous organization means that you're not only saving Jewish lives, you are in fact saving Jewish worlds.